Hey everybody, my name's Jeff E. Reed,
And I'm Keddy, the Kedman Blumenthal.
and you're watching Unity Game. Tonight's episode is about a song we just did called Heaven in Your Eyes, and it's a real bluesy, real groovy tune, and I think you're going to dig it a lot.
I enjoyed playing drums on this one. It was pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
You know, I just remember coming up with the bass drum patterns and stuff. It's a neat sounding song. You guys are going to really like it. So it's a fictional song.
Right.
But sometimes those are the funnest ones to do. So yeah, cool.
All right, so now we're going to go down to Gideon Productions and go into the studio and show you why we think this song is cool in a segment we like to call
Why It's Cool.
All right, let's get into it.
So when we did that, so before I laid the drum tracks down, Jeff had his son came down to visit him, and he had him lay a scratch drum track down. And Josh did that at the beginning of his scratch drum track, which I thought was really, really cool. Chaotic, just no rhythm, no timing, until you get to those last couple notes and you bring it into the rhythm.
Yeah.
And it was so cool, I wanted to redo it. I thought it was a great idea that Josh had. Turned out really cool.
Very good. I'm gonna solo that keyboard. Yeah, I remember when you sent this over, I thought, man, this voice is gonna make this entire song.
The electric piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way that Leslie's speaker, warbles
The tremolo.
along with the rhythm of the song. Yeah. Very
That's
awesome.
really cool. So what guitar is this?
That is my Ibanez. All the solos are on my Ibanez.
Is that your harmonizer?
Yeah. Also that. All my vocals are on the same channel right now, but I did the background vocals on my TC Helicon.
Sky blue eyes and yellow hair. She was lovely. She caught my stare and turned away, but her smile told me everything. She was lovely.
That thing works so good.
Yeah, it works really good.
It's really accurate. This song came alive when we put the background vocals in it.
Oh, it did.
The harmonies. Right here.
Very awesome.
Very cool. I love the groove of this drum part.
Yeah.
Just bum bum, bum bum bum. It's just such a neat drum groove. I just love that bass drum.
Did you want to talk about that snare?
Oh yeah. So I have this 1955 Slingerland snare drum, and I wanted to go for a real room sound, some reverb echoing kind of thing, like if your room was a concrete box and you were playing in it, and that really old school sounding of a snare drum. And so as we played it, we thought it sounded great, and it did. But when we started stacking everything else with it, it kind of got lost. And I probably played it a little different at certain points, and so the effectiveness of that wasn't what my intentions were. So Jeff ends up taking, 2 hours? He took a snare drum sample and he went into every snare drum hit in this 7-minute song and replaced every snare drum with this snare drum sample, which sounds a lot better. But there were some ghost notes and things that were played on the old snare drum. So some of that is still there in volume to pick up some of those ghost notes in conjunction with that sample of that snare drum. And it turned out really good.
Yeah, it turned out awesome.
You get the reverb of the wood drum, but the attack of the sample. You know, the piano wasn't as great on this, I didn't feel, as the electric piano, the regular piano.
Right.
And I'm glad we don't hear it as much as we do the electric piano.
It's in there, though.
It's in there, but I'm glad it's quieter. It sounds great, though.
Yeah, it does.
But when everything's on, you don't hear it as much, and I like the mix. When I was here trying to mix it, just for practicing and playing,
Right.
The electric piano kept getting lost. So
Yeah, I had a little trouble with that too. It was hard to find a nice, perfect volume for
yeah.
it.
So your guitar solo here is great.
Thank you. Yeah. This is right in my, playground.
The bluesiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Ibanez for guitar solos because it's got those double coil pickups.
Yeah.
Makes it real sensitive.
It's so cool.
I'm using my Vox Tone Lab, and I got the fuzz pedal on. That's where I'm getting the fuzziness of it.
That's a great tone, man. Well, we're getting close to the bridge.
Oh yeah.
We'll explain the bridge in a minute. So pay attention to the patterns of the drums in here.
I love the chords you picked out there because it kind of reminds me of a Beatlesque.
Yeah. Oh, so cool. So solo the drums for a sec. So kind of like we did on Praise God a Little Louder, we did that weird drum timing thing.
Right.
So this drum thing's counted like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it keeps doing that till the very end, and then it comes down to the downbeat. And like we did in Praise God a Little Louder, messing with those rhythms, and it worked so good because you were playing a really bum ba da dum bum ba da, and I just heard something cool with that guitar, and this worked.
Sounds awesome.
It's just chaotic, but it comes together.
And it really livened up the sound of the whole section.
Yeah. That bass drum goes to a weird beat and it comes back on.
Interesting thing about this solo, it's actually, all it is the other guitar solo played backwards.
Really?
Yeah.
What a great idea. The whole thing?
Yeah, but I had to find a spot I had to find a spot in the solo that fit into that spot. So it was a little tricky, but
Well, that is such a great idea. Let's hear that again.
But
You don't
again-
notice it when it's not soloed.
yeah, so it gave it the kind of a freaky or kind of a psychedelic sound.
Which works with that drum thing.
Right.
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
And it totally works.
Isn't that
That is
awesome?
really cool. I had no clue that you did that.
You know, we're getting up to the end of the song here, and it gets really big at the end.
And end it the way I started. I love that organ.
Oh yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay, I'm gonna rewind it and then solo the vocals.
Okay.
There's something in your eyes that looks like heaven. Heaven in your eyes. I'm by your side.
Oh, that's so good.
Heaven in your
And I love how we came about that. You know?
Yeah.
Just impromptu.
Yep. Pretty awesome.
Because you did a thing where you sang your part and then you had a echo to your voice before I did my vocal parts.
Right.
And then I thought, well, why not I'll do one and echo it and another one and echo it. And it just turned into this massive rotating, almost sounds like a Leslie speaker kind of in a way, you know,
Yeah,
as far as it's just repeating over and over with the delay sound. It's so neat.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
If you pay attention to our Instagram page, you'll have already heard that. But we played it on Instagram with the keys also.
Yeah.
More like this.
There's something in your eyes that looks like heaven. Heaven in your eyes. I'm by your side. It feels like heaven. Heaven in your
It's huge. Yeah, that's the Instagram and the Facebook posts. Very cool.
At the end of this.
That sounds so cool.
And that is why this song is so cool.
Yep, it certainly is. All right, you guys, we're headed back upstairs. All right, you guys, well, welcome back. We're excited that song has turned out so good and very cool song. So, Jeff, how did you come up with that song? You were telling me about some kind of a process of relating it to Ozzy Osbourne and Tommy Iommi and the writing process, and you kind of thought along those lines when you did this song.
Right, yeah. I was watching a documentary about Black Sabbath, and they were talking about their method of writing songs. And Tony would bring a riff to practice, and he would just start playing it. And Ozzy Osbourne said he would just walk up to the microphone and just start just singing things off the top of his head.
Cool. That
Just
would be fun.
ideas, you know. And then they'd play it 4 or 5 times. They'd do it again and again, and pretty soon a couple of lines would stick, you know. And then after a while, I see what the song's going to be about, and then they'd start filling in the blanks.
Okay.
Pretty soon they'd have a whole song. And as I watched it, I got excited because I do that sometimes. And And this is one of those songs that happened like that. I had all the music was flowing really nice and had it all going. I didn't really know what I was going to sing about, but I just started singing whatever.
Yeah.
And it just kind of turned into what it turned into.
Well, one of the things that I recall happening was that we were just coming off of making our last video of Praise God a Little Louder. And we had so much footage, and I'm editing all the video, and I just was, shoulders deep into this thing and putting it together. And you came up with this song, and you shared it with me, and I felt really bad because it was before you went on your California trip.
Right.
And so, it's been a song for a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And we hadn't worked on it. You did some things, and I hadn't done drums yet. You had Josh, your son, play a drum track, and so, and which was going to be a scratch track for me, which we eventually replaced. And I remember grabbing some ideas from what Josh played, and I used them. That was fun.
Yeah.
And
I let him know that you used some of his stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
He was stoked about that.
Awesome. But we finally, last week, got to go down there and record the drums and the vocals, and this incredible ending on this song occurred last Thursday at your place. And if you guys follow us on Instagram, which if you don't, you should follow us on Instagram, but we put the vocal lines without any, I think we took the drums out, and it was just organ and electric piano.
Yeah.
And then this really cool vocal layering that we did, and it turned out so cool.
Yeah, and that was all kind of spontaneous too, because we didn't really know what we were going to do with the background vocals, and we just kind of same thing, just started hammering it out, and just turned into this amazing thing.
What about a third part harmony here?
Yeah.
So that was really cool how that whole song just kind of came together. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're watching the video right now, that means the song that this video is about, Heaven in Your Eyes, is available on all the downloading services, and you can download it and stream it and listen to it to your heart's content.
So do us a favor and be sure to click that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you're a first-time viewer, be sure to ring the bell. That way you'll be notified every time we upload a new video.
And make sure to leave a comment, because when you leave a comment, we put your name in a hat, and we draw names out of that hat, and if your name gets drawn, you get some cool Unity game merchandise, and you'll want to do that. Plus, we just love your comments.
We just did a drawing tonight for somebody. I'm going to shout out to Marcy Schuler. She was the recipient of the drawing tonight, so she'll be getting a nice little package coming her way from the Unity Game Show. So we do it, and we do send them out.
All right, so we'll see you next time, and
don't forget to push record. All right, you guys, well, welcome back. We're excited that song has turned out so good, and very cool song. What was I going to say?
All right. No mugs in the shop? And if your name gets drawn, you get some cool Unity. You get some. I forgot the name of the show. Alright, so now we're going to go down to Gideon Productions and go into the studio and show you why we think this song is cool in a segment we like to call
Why It's Cool. Awesome. Okay, let's go, come on. And if you're a new time. Everything, I didn't know where my note was.
Are we going to welcome back?
Yeah, since I haven't got to really talk yet, why don't you let me welcome it back again? You're going to explain the song.
All right.
Not like I need to talk, but I just think it balances it out. So
it's fine. Whatever.